The movie kicks off with a bank robbery so smooth it could be a music video. Baby, a young getaway driver who always has his earbuds in and tunes blasting, waits outside in a red Subaru. He's not just some driver, he's got a rhythm to everything he does, and his driving skills make Fast and Furious look like a Sunday drive. Inside the bank, a group of armed criminals, Buddy, Darling, and Griff, are doing what criminals do best, yelling, grabbing cash, and causing chaos. The second they hop into Baby's car, the police are all over them like sprinkles on a donut. But Baby? He's unbothered. He maneuvers through the city with surgical precision, pulling off some of the most insane drifts and escape tricks ever. At one point, he blends into traffic by switching lanes behind identical cars, making the cops look like fools. Eventually, they ditch the car, walk away like nothing happened, and Baby heads off, still nodding along to his music like it's just another Tuesday. Griff, still skeptical of Baby's quiet demeanor, leans in and sneers. "What's the deal, kid, you mental?" Retarded means slow. Is he slow? No. At home, we meet Joseph, Baby's foster father, who is deaf, wise, and not at all impressed with Baby's life choices. Joseph knows his kid is talented, but hates that he's working for criminals. Baby, however, is stuck. Years ago, he stole a car without realizing it belonged to Doc, a crime boss with the personality of a disappointed high school principal and the power to make anyone disappear. Instead of punishing him the usual way, Doc decided, hey, this kid's got skills, and forced Baby to be his getaway driver until he paid off his debt. But Baby's almost out. Just one last job and he's free. Classic setup, right? While grabbing coffee one day, Baby hears a voice even sweeter than his favorite track. Deborah, a diner waitress with a dreamy voice and a love for music. They immediately click. She talks about driving away with no destination, just good tunes and freedom. And Baby thinks, wait, that sounds exactly like what I want. Cue romantic montage of them flirting, talking music, and Baby looking like he's actually happy for once. While walking her home, she asks about his name. Your name's Baby? B-A-B-Y, Baby? Yup. Well then, you'll have us all beat. Every damn song is about you. Back to business. Doc calls up Baby for the last heist. Spoiler, it won't be. This time, Baby is paired with Bats. Now, Bats is a special kind of crazy, not the funny, unpredictable kind, but the kind where you're constantly wondering, how has no one shot him yet? He doesn't trust Baby one bit and makes it his personal mission to annoy, threaten, and test him at every turn. While preparing for the job, Doc gives instructions. You only get one shot at this. Just like in a heist, there are no do-overs. Bats, unimpressed, smirks at Baby and says, he's got tinnitus? He's got hearing problems? Then why the hell is he our driver? The plan is simple. Rob an armored truck filled with money orders. But things go sideways faster than an influencer's apology video when Bats kills a guard for no reason. Baby freezes. He's not a killer, and he hates unnecessary violence. But Bats? He's having the time of his life. Somehow they still escape, but now Baby knows. This is not the kind of life he wants. Back home, he tries to tell Doc he's done for real this time, but Doc laughs like he just heard the best joke ever. Kid, you don't just leave. You're the best driver I ever had. You think I'm letting you go just like that? And just like that, Baby is sucked back in for another job. Even worse, Doc threatens Deborah, making it crystal clear that if Baby doesn't cooperate, she's in danger. This time, Baby is paired with Bats, Buddy, and Darling. For this next heist, things get even messier. Baby, Bats, Buddy, and Darling head to buy illegal weapons for the job. During a weapons deal before the job, Bats realizes they're buying from undercover cops, and instead of just walking away like a normal person, he murders them all. Now things are really bad, and Baby realizes this isn't just a robbery anymore. People are dying, and it's only getting worse. The next morning, Baby tries to sneak away with Deborah, but Buddy, Darling, and Bats catch him. Bats forces him to go along with the robbery, but at this point, Baby's done taking orders. Baby, completely done with this nonsense, decides he's not going through with the heist. When they hop into the getaway car, Baby refuses to drive and, in an absolutely wild move, he slams the car straight into a truck, impaling Bats with a metal beam. And just like that, goodbye, bats. The only surprising thing is that it took this long for someone to take him out. You think you're the last word in crazy? You ain't seen nothing yet. Turns out Baby was the last word in crazy because Bats is officially out of the picture. But there's no time to celebrate, because now Buddy and Darling are out for blood. Cops are everywhere. The heist is a disaster, and Darling gets shot down in a firefight. Buddy, who was all cool and collected before, completely snaps. She was the love of his life, and now he's on a warpath to destroy Baby. He now has one mission: kill Baby. Cue an epic chase through parking garages, shootouts, and Baby running for his life. At one point, he even steals a cop car, which is so illegal it loops back to being impressive. Baby escapes on foot and rushes to the diner, where he finds Deborah. Unfortunately, Buddy is already there, waiting for him. After a tense confrontation, Baby and Deborah manage to escape, heading to Doc's hideout for help. Eventually, Baby corners Doc, and surprisingly, Doc decides to help him escape. Turns out even crime bosses have a soft spot for love stories. He sees that Baby isn't a bad person, just someone who got caught up in the wrong world. He gives Baby and Deborah money and an escape route, but before they can leave, Buddy arrives for revenge. Doc sacrifices himself to let Baby and Deborah get away, taking down cops in a glorious final stand. But Buddy shows up in a cop car and rams Doc. What follows is an intense cat-and-mouse fight in a multi-story parking garage. Buddy, gun in hand, corners Baby and Deborah. "You took something from me, now I'm gonna make you pay!" With cars ramming into each other, bullets flying, but Baby, despite being outmatched, outsmarts Buddy. He blasts music over the speakers to mess with Buddy and makes him step onto an unstable ledge, causing him to fall to his death. Baby and Deborah finally try to escape, but they are caught at a police roadblock. Baby surrenders instead of dragging Deborah down with him. In court, people from his past, including Joseph, Deborah, and even people he refused to hurt during the heists, speak in his defense. Instead of a life sentence, Baby gets 5 years in prison, with the possibility of parole in 3. The last thing we see, Deborah waiting for him just like they promised. And as Baby steps out, music still playing in his ears, we know this is just the beginning of his real life. As they drive off together, the final words ring true. "Deborah, we can go anywhere, just you, me, and the road." And this time, Baby is free. Baby Driver is not just a heist movie. It's about redemption, love, and finding a way out of a bad life. Baby, despite being surrounded by criminals, never loses his humanity. In the end, he pays for his mistakes but gets a second chance to live life on his own terms with the person he loves. And that, my friend, is Baby Driver.